I call him my brother and friend, and you have also befriended him.
He's on the show, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? He's black, and he's a Democrat. And they called you and me racist. And yet, Sheriff Clark has even said that. How do you call these people racist? I'm black. Did you know I was the only black sheriff in Wisconsin? And so these labels that they try to throw out at you and me and others.
They just don't like common sense and people coming together.
Common sense is right there against that. So, no, this is a movement that's taking hold, and we need all of you to get on board.
And get your materials. Well, we have the books available at InfoWarsStore.com as well. They're on your site. Take them to your sheriffs. Send them this video. We'll post this video about tonight or tomorrow. Wake up your police. Wake up your sheriffs today. A plan to save the police, save America. I mean, this is so serious. Let's go to Ross in Illinois. You're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Hey there. How you doing today?
Good, brother.
Good.
Hey, I was calling in. I was listening to the 82nd Airborne guy say that this is a foreign takeover, and it's obvious. My big concern and question is I hear all you guys talk about, they're going to, you're ready to die, take my gun from my cold dead hands. They are going to attack and kill us all. What the heck are we going to do to stop it? I mean, if we wait till they start shooting and rounding people up, it's going to be too late. How are we going to fight against the military? They drop an Apache in with a couple Hellfires and it's over.
All right, let me stop you, Ross, and I'm going to keep the sheriff with us into the next segment to get to all these calls, and I'm going to come back to you, but let me just explain something. The county judge in Lubbock, a major city in Texas, they call him judges. He's the elected guy over the county. He's like the mayor of the county. He said they prepared the police with armored vehicles to fight the UN takeover and the gun confiscation. Okay? Texas judge warns Obama re-election could lead to civil war. That's because the feds came to him, and we've talked to him off air, and basically told him, I mean, the feds have been to these cities and said, will you go with us in a takeover? That's why these people are saying this. The military could not subdue Iraq and Afghanistan. I will assure you, with 180 million gun owners, if 1% fights back, that's 1.8 million people. We don't want to have a war with the police and military. It's why we're targeting them to wake them up, okay, to the globalist Soros plan. Do you have any idea? If 1 million combatants go out one time in a civil war and take out one operative of the system, it will end. Do you understand that, sir? I don't want to get into war making and special operations. And I mean, I've read probably, let's not exaggerate, 30, 40 books on it. Everything from Total Resistance, written in Europe during World War II, to what the Russians did when the Nazis came in, the rest of it. I mean, do you have any idea that if we actually fight, but that's part of the plan, to destroy the military and police during the Civil War, to bring in, after we're exhausted a year later, the globalist forces. We do not want to do this. We're going to beat them, too, if they try this. But then they're going to be using nerve gas out of helicopters and everything else on us. So we're talking about Hellfire missiles. It's going to be nerve gas and bioweapons. Okay, nerve gas and bioweapons, sir, and starvation and the power being turned off. So if you really want to talk about how they're going to hit us, I'll tell you. Okay, and it's going to be hell on earth, okay? And we're trying to stop it. There'll be 100 million dead Americans if there's a civil war. And I'm not joking. I'm sorry to be, we have the Sunshine Project documents on what the globalists are planning. Helicopters with nerve gas flying grids, killing everybody. And they don't need pilots anymore. They got drone helicopters ready. Sheriff, I'm ranting. Give us your take on what I just said.
Well, when the militia is called out, it is for defense, and we cannot do preemptive strikes. And I am still going to dedicate my life, my soul, my heart, my wife, my family, to keeping this peaceful. And the sheriffs can do it. And the local law enforcement, county commissioners working locally, we can build the barriers, erect the barriers, just as Madison said we should be doing at the local level. And I think if we're so prepared and ready that there's never...
That's right. And if it all kicks off, then we'll have leadership that has moral authority already in place. But we don't want to go there. But I was telling you, we will A, defeat it, but B, when the UN force comes in, all the gloves are off. They're going to be nerve gassing people. And so I want the police to hear that real good. So if we fail, and 10 years from now, you're hiding out and getting nerve gassed, just remember you got warned. Because I'm telling you, folks, that's the plan, is to have a civil war where we kill the police and military when they attack us, and then they bring in UN forces later. Sheriff Richard Mack's our guest. We're going to come back with him. Go to Brandon, Evan, Phil, Mike, and others. Stay with us. You can go to the website, and find out more. And send the website link to every police department, sheriff's department, CSPOA.org. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Hear that? That's the sound of a house being trashed while a gang of thieves ransack the place. And what they don't steal will be destroyed.
You can prevent being the next victim of a break-in. Go to faketv.com and discover a device that creates the illusion someone inside is watching TV, even when you're miles away. Security is a mindset, and Fake TV should be part of your security solution. Be vigilant, but not fearful. faketv.com.
It's happening again. The feds are trying to ban your freedom to own body armor. In January, a newly introduced bill, H.R. 378, will take away your right to buy Level 3 and higher body armor. Katie Armor offers the most affordable Level 3 body armor packages on the market today. Protect yourself. Buy your body armor now before it's too late. Go to katiearmor.com. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
As the New World Order continues to tighten its grip on every facet of our lives, we're all asking ourselves, how can we maintain our independence? The answer is clear. Get prepared, and you get prepared now. Now the only question left is, where do we begin? My Patriot Supply is here to help. Call 800-247-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. We're even covering the cost of shipping. Are you willing to rely on the government and FEMA in the event of an emergency? Call 800-274-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. You won't be able to find this deal online, and there is a strict limit of 4 per caller, so don't wait. Call now, 800-274-3070. That's 800-274-3070. Call right now.
Usually, the older one gets, the less you are able to absorb amino acids and the less you are able to repair the 100 trillion cells of your body. As a result, you'll have less energy, your tissues will shrink, and you'll become wrinkled. An older person will typically injure more easily and heal more slowly. Not fun. However, if you can consume a protein powder that is easier to absorb, then you may be able to gain back some strength, muscle, and speed of recovery. One World Whey is a highly digestible whey protein powder that may be the perfect answer for you.
My name is Errol. I'm 74 years old. You know, the taste of One World Whey is amazing. I play pickleball, and since taking One World Whey and your trace mineral supplement, I have more energy and recover faster from my working out. I used to take another grass-fed whey protein powder, but now I'm getting much better results using One World Whey.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com.
This just in, the Washington Post. It's up on drugsreport.com. Bo Bergdahl, once missing U.S. soldier charged with desertion. Sergeant Bo Bergdahl, the U.S. soldier who was recovered in Afghanistan last spring after 5 years in captivity, faces charges of desertion and misbehavior before the enemy, according to his lawyer. So there you go. Going back now to Sheriff Richard Mack of CSPOA.org. Let's talk to Brandon in North Carolina. Your comment or question. Go ahead.
Not so much a question, Alex, as it is a comment. And though I do have extraordinarily a high amount of questions, what I'd like to do is demonstrate that while I'm on the air, I know I don't have the time to go and supply your audience, not that you're doing anything but this, but supplying them with the connections between what it is that is the topic today and education.
Let me do this. Our guest is leaving us in 6 minutes. I'll put you on hold and let you spend a few minutes longer in the next segment getting into what you say connects the dots. Brandon, you sound like a smart fellow. We want to do that. Mike in Virginia, go ahead. You're on the air with Sheriff Mack.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Sheriff Mack? Yeah, we have an election coming up pretty soon in this little town in Virginia, and I've tried going to your site a couple of times. It keeps coming up to some lawyer's site. At any rate,
it's CSPOA.org. Let's pull it up right now for TV viewers. Go ahead.
Okay, is there a packet of some kind, just some kind of a packet I can get, and give it to the sheriffs, the ones running and whatnot?
Yeah, I haven't named it a sheriff's packet, but yes, it is the book, Are You a David? The book, The County Sheriff, America's Last Hope, and a copy of my Supreme Court decision. All three of those are $20. If you get a lot more, we have, of course, volume discounts. But yes, those are that is the sheriff packet.
Okay, well, as far as $20, I'm so broke I can't pay attention right now.
I understand. You can find online Operation Vampire Killer 2000 by Jack McLamb and print it off. And if you read it, it's like prophecy. It all came true. So you can also just email the sheriff's departments and tell them go to CSPOA.org.
Yeah, and if you can't afford it, I'll send it to you.
Absolutely. All right, caller. God bless you. Good to hear from you. Let's talk to Phil in Pennsylvania. You're on the air.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
Hi, Alex. Been a listener and a supporter of all your show and the products. Also wanted to just basically touch on just some of the key things that I've noticed from what you said to come true. I don't want to take too long here. It's just as far as people, need to be awake and have themselves, getting their supplies so they're not left out with no food, no water. If you don't take care of yourself and your family, you can't expect everyone.
And sure, nothing may happen this year. We hope not, or nothing in 5 years. But the globalists are digging in like it's the end of the world. They want us to be not self-sufficient, dependent. We need to be somewhat self-sufficient and dependent. That's a great point. Sheriff Mack comments on what he just said.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that the last 2 or 3 callers go to our website so you can hear the speech by Stuart Rhodes, a good friend of yours and mine, from Oath Keepers, the director of Oath Keepers. He spoke at our convention this past September, and he nailed all of this right on the head. And so get his speech off of our website at cspoa.org. There's the site. You just showed it. It is working. It's up. And so, yeah, you want to hear that speech from Stuart Rhodes regarding the military problems that we're facing and the forcing of peaceful citizens into violence. But anyway, his speech nails it. It's the best speech I've ever heard Stuart give.
Absolutely. I want Phil to have another comment, but I wanted to ask Sheriff Mack this question before he's got to go. The story on Infowars.com, feds preparing to invade Texas, lists state as hostile. Notice the conservative area of Southern California is listed, Utah and Texas, and they say treat this as hostile. They're trying to poo-poo that now. Why would they list, and we know in all their manuals they list libertarians, veterans as the enemy. Why would they list Texas and Utah?
Because they're the 2 most conservative states. That's pretty funny that they coincidentally are. That makes me want to move back to Texas or Utah. I've lived in both states. And you know what? The spirit of freedom and independence reigns in both states. And that's exactly how every state should be.
Well, it shows the disconnect up at Homeland Security with all these, former weathermen and people that admittedly basically run the show, that they think giving the military maps listing Texas as the enemy, and last year it was even on Fox News, bad-mouthing the Founding Fathers and saying George Washington wouldn't be welcome in today's Army. All that does is wake people up. It shows that disconnect, that arrogance.
Yeah, it really does. And remember the Alamo? That's still the cry in Texas. And they were already talking about secession. And boy, that's looking more and more profitable.
Phil, I'm going to come back to you, and I'm going to come back to Brandon and everybody else. So just stay there. Want you be able to finish up. Sheriff, great job. CSPOA.org. You're really a thorn in the side. I want to thank everybody that's supporting you and all those other great sheriffs and police officers that are a member of your organization. More should join today and put their name on the Declaration of Independence. That's pretty much what you're doing when you join the organization. It's putting your John Hancock on there for King George. All right, folks, we'll be back with a bunch of breaking news, your phone calls, and more. I'm Alex Jones.
We're on the march.